How to deal with disappointment. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 ways to deal with disappointment. Disappointment is the feeling of unhappiness you experience because someone or something was not as good as you hoped or expected. When you feel unhappy because your hopes and expectations are unfulfilled, you experience a feeling of disappointment and sometimes sadness. Disappointment is what you feel when your expectations for a certain desired outcome are dashed. You feel let down. You may become angry because maybe something you thought you deserved didn't happen. Disappointment is also the grief you experience when you miss out on an opportunity. And disappointment is a perfectly natural response. Sometimes, when you have high expectations around a situation or an outcome, you'll experience even more intense disappointment when your expectations were not met. Most of the time, when you're disappointed, anger sets in. There may be times when your feeling is so overwhelming that it feels like the end of the world. Do not let your disappointment destroy you. Here are 5 ways to deal with disappointment and transform yourself into a stronger person through your struggle and adversity. Number 1. Let out your feelings. When you're disappointed in any situation, it usually helps if you can express your emotions. Do not suppress your feelings of disappointment and anger. Talk to someone. Talk to a friend, a family member, or even a therapist. This is an important, healthy way to regain and maintain your emotional health. Just sharing your emotions with someone will help start the healing process for you. Look for positive activities to recharge yourself. What activities do you most enjoy doing in your life? Identify them and embrace them at this moment. Channel your tough emotion into a creative outlet. This can be writing in your personal journal, walking in the park, watching a happy movie, playing games, listening to music, or talking to positive friends. If reading your favorite book uplifts you, then pick up the book and start reading it. If taking a stroll along your neighborhood makes you feel relaxed, then get out of your house and enjoy the breeze outside. If playing games makes you happier, go ahead and play games. Do whatever makes you feel better, and know when to seek help. Sometimes, you may need a helping hand in getting over your disappointment. You can have a wonderful support network, but sometimes it may not be enough to deal with the level of disappointment, anger, and maybe resentment that you may be feeling. When this happens, you may need to seek professional help to get through your pent-up emotions. A professional will talk you through your feelings and help you learn how to handle them. They'll teach you coping mechanisms and strategies that will help you to make sense of what you're feeling and put things into perspective. Number 2. Get a perspective about what caused your disappointment. When you talk to someone, their perspective may help you get some much-needed clarity about the situation you're disappointed about. Getting a better perspective of what happened means you now begin to see things for what they really are, rather than how you feel about them. Release yourself of your mental illusion of what reality should be. Seek out these illusions, one by one. Question how and when you developed the illusions. Become aware of them and release them. Your illusions may be giving you an inaccurate view of reality. They may be preventing you from constructively acting on your situation and living your life the way you should. Do not remain disappointed because you are hung up over what reality should be. If you are disappointed about something, that means you harbor a certain perception of what it should be. Remember, your perception of a situation may not be the truth. It may simply be the lens with which you see the world. So, were your expectations normal or were they somehow unreasonable? When you are disappointed, ask yourself these questions. What am I getting hung up over? What false perceptions am I clinging on to? What am I expecting from reality that I'm not getting? Number 3. Know your heart. Disappointment is an inevitable part of life. It might uplift you to know that disappointments mean you are living life. Do not allow them to derail your visions of yourself. Your sense of self can become distorted when too many disappointments stack up, but you shouldn't let them make you start doubting yourself and your abilities. Do not see disappointment as a setback. Every disappointment represents an opportunity for you to grow. Every disappointment helps you move toward your goals, not away from your goals as you originally thought. Your experience has allowed you to gain new lessons, whether about yourself, the situation, or the world. An outcome cannot be a setback if it gave you something to learn. Remember, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Number 4. Practice self-acceptance. Once you've checked in with yourself and your friends, family member, or a therapist, it's easier to accept where you are as the right starting point for a fresh start. Part of practicing self-acceptance is to continually root yourself in the now. Accepting the present moment will allow you to acknowledge what is real. Disappointment comes and goes. So breathe into it and let it pass. With this lesson, you walk away from the experience a better person. You become a stronger individual. You reach a new state of awareness, consciousness, and growth which you have never had before. Number 5. Don't let disappointment fester for too long. The worst thing you can do is brood over negative experiences. Once you've given yourself some time to come to terms with your circumstances, it's time to begin again. Many of us tend to beat ourselves up when things go wrong. We blame ourselves for everything that goes wrong. There is no reason to self-blame when things go wrong. There is also no reason to expect that everything will go perfectly all the time. If anything, it is natural for things to go wrong. By the natural order of things, there will always be a percentage of things that go well, a percentage of things that go okay, and a percentage of things that will go terribly wrong. But we always seem to focus on the few things that go wrong, rather than the things that go well. This makes the negative experiences worse than they really are because we play them over and over in our heads, when they are simply natural occurrences in the universe. Focus on doing the best you can to move on from the disappointment and begin again. For the things that have gone wrong, do what you can to learn from the experience. Having a learning mindset prevents you from being disappointed. Pick up the pieces, and then focus on doing the best you can. because the ability to learn, move on, and try again using a different approach is the key to success.